95% configuration of the 180,000 smart card readers, and this process is going to be completed early morning on Wednesday.
INEC achieves 95% reconfiguration of smart card readers, rules out conspiracy by staff in the distribution of election materials.
The security personnel are ready and prepared to protect everybody.
President Muhammadu Buhari presides over a security meeting, and security chiefs assure Nigerians of a hitch-free electoral process.
Your enthusiasm for the process and your determination to vote in the election must not be dampened.
Again, President Buhari renews appeal to voters not to be deterred by last week's postponement of elections. Good evening and welcome to tonight's news at 9 on the network service of the NTA. I am Muhammad Kudu Abubakar in Abuja. Michael Olaleye is in Lagos and Sadia Umar Diggi is in Sokoto. There is high hope that elections scheduled for this Saturday will hold as preparations have reached a pressurable level. INEC Chairman Professor Mahmoud Yakubu gave the assurance at a media conference in Abuja. Mayor Ogidi reports.
Mahmoud Yakubu, forward-looking in his plans for a credible elections and not keeping any of these plans to his chest. So, words of assurances dished out.
By 4 p.m. yesterday, all issues relating to the delivery of materials were identified and virtually addressed. Ballot papers, result sheets, and a host of non-sensitive materials are now in location across of the Federation and the Federal Capital Territory. I want to report that we have achieved 95% configuration of the 180,000 smart card readers, and this process is going to be completed early morning on Wednesday.
After those words of optimism, the INEC boss was taken to task on critical issues such as alleged arrest of INEC officials by security personnel, collection of bribe by INEC officials, and tampering with election materials.
We have always said we are going to come clean and open and transparent before Nigerians. Yes, in the course of distribution, you may find a parcel that belongs to one state in another state. Once that is discovered, it's handed back to the central bank, and the central bank delivers the parcel to the right state.
For election offenders, the Electoral Act will catch up with them.
I would also like to appeal to all political leaders, political actors, and others to please speak in a manner that does not contribute to overheating the polity and the political atmosphere.
And the briefings of this nature will going to be on daily basis, precisely at 3 p.m. every day till the elections will commence. I am Mayor Ogidi from the International Conference Center in Abuja.
President Muhammadu Buhari has again asked Nigerians to brave the challenges of the postponed elections to cast their ballots this Saturday. President Buhari, in a special message, assured Nigerians of a conducive electoral atmosphere to freely exercise their civic duty.
I wish to commiserate with millions of Nigerians who either traveled hundreds of kilometers to cast their votes or who put so many things on hold in order to cast their votes last weekend but couldn't do so. I thank you for your commitment, and I appeal to you not to lose hope in our electoral system. I ask you not to allow the unexpected postponement of the election dates by INEC to prevent you from exercising your civic rights. Your enthusiasm for the process and your determination to vote in the election must not be dampened. I urge all Nigerian voters to brave the challenges and ensure that they cast their votes. This government assures all voters of their protection before, during, and after the polls. I also thank Nigerians for their patience and trust in our government to deliver credible elections where your votes will count. Your votes will count as we are committed to rid our electoral process of vote buying and manipulations. Thank you, and God bless the people and the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
President Muhammadu Buhari there assuring Nigerians of a peaceful atmosphere while they exercise their civic duty. Meanwhile, the presidency has clarified President Muhammadu Buhari's comment that anyone found snatching ballot boxes during the elections will face the wrath of the government. It should be seen as a strong message against the long history of savagery associated with elections in the country. A statement by the Senior Special Assistant to the President on Media and Publicity, Garba Shehu, says snatching ballot boxes entails putting the lives of innocent Nigerians at risk, adding that President Muhammadu Buhari has the safety and security of Nigerians in mind. Garba Shehu expressed concern over the action of those Nigerians, stressing that the President should be praised rather than criticized for issuing a warning to potential ballot box snatchers. Meanwhile, APC stalwarts have continued to speak on the advantages of the one-week postponement of the presidential and National Assembly elections to the party. Bauchi State Governor Mohammed Abdullahi and the National Coordinator of APC Presidential Support Committee, Senator Godswill Akpabio, at a media interface in Abuja, reaffirmed that the electorate across the country are ready and committed to the task of re-electing President Muhammadu Buhari in view of his honest leadership and passion towards building a stronger democracy. They attributed the president's statement against persons planning to disrupt the electioneering and even voting process as a clear testimony of his determination to reposition the country on the path of greatness and promoting democratic values.
Of the lack of free, fair, transparent elections in Nigeria. And Mr. President is bent on ensuring that the 2019 elections are free, fair, and transparent. And if it takes stopping criminals to ensure the transparency of that election, so be it.
And he showed clearly that it was the president, not for the elite, but for the common people, and that Nigerians still repose a lot of hope in him. And we, as party stalwarts, were very, very impressed. The APC is waxing stronger and stronger.
Still on the scheduled general elections, the national chairman of the All Progressives Congress, APC, Adams Oshomole, has appealed to Nigerians to remain united on the issue of free and fair elections. The APC, he says, will continue to uphold its principle of respect to the rule of law throughout the electioneering period and beyond. This is in response to the opposition statement that it is not comfortable with President Muhammadu Buhari's warning against will-be troublemakers in the forthcoming elections. Adams Oshomole says the president's pronouncement based on his honesty and determination to enable the electoral exercise their franchise peacefully and ensure their safety while building a sustainable democratic nation.
In 2007, 3 young men were shot down. So there is no responsible candidate, I use this word, no responsible candidate, even to a House of Assembly, who will find fault with any pronouncement that seeks to discourage thuggery in the coming election. By the special grace of God, these elections will come and pass. Nigerians will vote, no one will be armed, no one will be intimidated, and we believe the president was right to affirm that anybody who chooses to resort to thuggery, he will be dealt with squarely. I believe the honorable Nigerian believe in this. Only those who rely on thuggery can find fault with the president's directive. And of course, there could be all attempt to twist the statement. The truth is that the honorable Nigeria should be respected by the armed forces. Nigerians should be respected by the police. INEC should treat Nigerians with respect.
Mr. Oshomole debunked allegations by the opposition PDP that APC has procured card readers and appealed to supporters to remain focused in their resolve to re-elect President Muhammadu Buhari on February 23rd. A crucial meeting of the top echelon of the nation's security apparatus has ended in Abuja, with a firm resolve towards ensuring that eligible voters are not in any way hindered from exercising their franchise in the rescheduled general elections. The meeting, presided over by President Muhammadu Buhari, noted the significant improvement in the security situation across the crisis-prone areas and took far-reaching measures towards sustaining the peace for a hitch-free electoral process. State House correspondent Adamu Sambo has details.
The high-level strategic meeting summoned by President Muhammadu Buhari critically analyzed the prevailing security situation in the country, particularly in states that have what it described as higher than average security challenges. Consequently, the governors of Adamawa, Borno and Kaduna states were invited to bring the participants up to speed on what is obtainable in their respective states as day of voting in the rescheduled elections draw closer.
Across the states, we are ready for elections. We do not believe that the level of security challenges will preclude elections not taking place all over our states. We got assurances from Mr. President that whatever security assets we need, additional to what is already on ground to ensure that there are peaceful and hitch-free elections on Saturday, those assets will be provided.
The governors of Kaduna and Borno states in particular used the opportunity to respond to the prevailing media narrative regarding the veracity of their claims on the killings in their states.
The last report we got is that over 130 people were killed, not even 66. Okay? And the Fulani leaders have provided the names of all these people. We have the list, we will release it to the press. But some people are pretending this has not happened because it does not fit their ethnic or partisan narrative. It is totally irresponsible. This can happen to any one of us. We are going to go after them. All these people will face the laws of Kaduna State. I promise you.
The Boko Haram bask in the oxygen of publicity by attacking my convoy, by targeting my person. They have gotten the much needed boost. I'm ready to pay the supreme price if needs be. No matter how long the night is, it must give way to the light of the dawn. Stormy the weather might well be, but it won't rain forever. This madness will come to an end because it's a fight between light and darkness. It's a fight between truth and justice.
The meeting also discussed at length President Buhari's hard stance against those planning to sabotage the electoral process through whatever means, as explained by the Inspector General of Police, Muhammad Abubakar Adamu.
Every Nigerian is encouraged to come out on the election day and cast his or her votes without any fear of molestation. The security personnel are ready and prepared to protect everybody. Anybody that feels that he can come out and disrupt the process, you should have a rethink, because that situation will not be allowed. If you plan and allow yourself to be used as tout, if you come out, whatever happened to you, you take it. Ballot snatching, ballot buying, forgery will never be allowed. You better don't even allow yourself to be used.
The governors reaffirmed their support to the president in his determination towards safeguarding the nation's democracy, saying Nigerians who are not planning to go against the law have nothing to fear.
The fact that people are questioning the president's stance means that they had an agenda. If you have no plans to do that, shut up. That is the modus operandi. Go vote, because they are there to protect the lives of everyone and give everyone the choice to go and vote for a party of his choice.
I think the president deserves commendation, not condemnation.
The meeting, which lasted about 3 hours, was attended by the service chiefs and heads of the various security agencies in the country. From the State House, Adamu Sambu, NTA News.
Reorientation and rechanneling of the minds of youths by useful engagement have been identified as pivotal towards addressing national security. This was the consensus at the 2019 National Security Seminar with the theme, Youth Bulge in Nigeria, Implications for National Security.
And indeed, the emasculation of the youth in every aspect of our national life has equally resulted in a myriad of socio-economic challenges, which are the consequences of what we call the mismanagement of the youth population.
They are disturbed or worried about engagement, empowerment, and employment. That is the problem. And unless we look critically at these three words I've mentioned, we'll have difficulty trying to resolve the tendencies they have that might also lead to insecurity.
Youth in themselves could be very useful in national development. Nigeria is blessed that we have youth in a large population of youth that could develop our economy.
The seminar is expected to come up with recommendations that will be presented for adoption by policymakers for implementation to address youth restiveness and the crime in the country. This is the network service of the NTA. Come out en masse and vote for the candidate of your choice. People's Democratic Party, PDP, urges Nigerians. Details when we return.
The UN compound houses about 400 employees. The building is not dead.
The Nigerian capital Abuja is still reeling from Monday morning's rush hour bomb.
If the group did carry out the attack, it would be one of its worst.
2 suicide bombings in Nigeria. One targeted a convoy carrying Nigeria's main opposition leader.
A gun attack on the central mosque in North Nigeria's biggest city, Kano.
21 people have died in a large explosion at the Banix Plaza shopping centre in the capital, Abuja.
Islamist extremists brought Christmas carnage to churches across Nigeria.
Inner strength, yeah, that comes from the hard knocks that life throws at us. And we Nigerians, we know all about that. You don't stay down, you get up and fight. Sure, it's about speed, technique, quality of the punches, reach. But the real fight is with myself.
It's the power, but it's the speed as well.
But I can't carry this heavyweight title by myself. There's always got to be someone in my corner. And that's why I believe in Glow. We have that same tenacity, that Nigerian fighting spirit that makes us game changers. You have to dig deep to be a world champion. But yeah, we Nigerians, yeah, we know all about that.
What a fight!
Glow, our halo.
Heavyweight champion of the world.
Manager people, make we make the right choice, yo. Make we vote for a man of integrity. Hey, and so make we gather together and make this change. Work, my people of Nigeria. Together we go carry Nigeria to the next level. Nigeria don't decide. Vote Baba Buhari. Baba Buhari, the man of integrity. Hey, vote Baba Buhari. Man, we no corrupt, we no go chop our money. Hey, agriculture, the next level. Fight corruption, the next level. Good roads, the next level. Electricity, the next level. Railway, the next level. Empower, the next level. With that money, for good health we go. Baba Buhari, my people, for the next level. APC, next level. Naija people, make we all come out to vote Baba Buhari.
This message is from Buhari Next Level Group.
The
Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission has directed all distribution companies in the country to conduct customer enumeration in their respective franchise areas and to complete the exercise by the 31st of March 2019. The Commission hereby urges all consumers to cooperate with the DISCOs in this exercise. This is very important, and it is in the interest of consumers as it will improve metering and help DISCOs to respond to electricity issues quickly. Signed, Management.
Life evolves. You should too. 3G is great. 4G is better. Buy an Airtel SIM to enjoy double data on Nigeria's widest 4G network.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
I am fully persuaded that Nigeria needs a man who is credible. I am Chris Okotie. Dependable and trustworthy.
I am Chris Okotie.
I am Chris Okotie.
My mandate, therefore, will be to set a government which I've christened Government of National Reconciliation and Reconstruction as the mechanical instrumentality for the crystallization of the new Nigeria of our dreams. It's time to love Nigeria. It's time to fix Nigeria. I'm Reverend Chris Okotie.
It's time to fix Nigeria. If you love Nigeria, say, aha, aha.
See something? You can make the difference. Report all security incidents, suspicious activities, drug trafficking, arms smuggling, kidnapping, armed robbery, suspicious terrorist, critical infrastructure vandalism, and other acts of violence in your area. No need to give information about yourself. Not your name. Only report the incident you see or suspect. Send an SMS toll-free to 196, Fearless Fang Reporting Platform for confidential incident reporting to the National Crisis Management Center. The relevant law enforcement agencies will be directed to investigate and respond. The confidential reporter is a fearless fang who cannot be intimidated. SMS the incident to 196 toll-free. Be a fearless fang for the security of Nigeria. This message is brought to you by the National Crisis Management Center.
Great people of Nigeria, we members of ECO Plus Support Group join our indefatigable President Muhammadu Buhari to sincerely apologize to all Nigerians for the postponement of the general elections by the Independent National Electoral Commission. President Muhammadu Buhari has condemned this action just like every Nigerian. However, as a people and supporters of President Muhammadu Buhari's developmental agenda, we call on Lagosians and all Nigerians to stand together and be determined in our resolve to ensure victory for Mr. President by coming out on Saturday to vote Muhammadu Buhari again as President and Professor Oshibanjo as Vice President. Despite the inconveniences of the days, Nigeria is surely moving forward with Muhammadu Buhari and Professor Yemi Oshibanjo's presidency. Let's vote right. Vote for progress. Vote Muhammadu Buhari for President. APC moving on to the next level. This message is from ECO Plus Support Group.
So, how do I look, guys? What?
I see what's wrong. The wall doesn't match your elegance.
Then we must do something about it right away.
At Royal Ceramics, we offer you a wide range of beautiful woolen floor tiles designed specially to fit your lifestyle.
So, what do you guys think?
Thank goodness we changed to Royal Ceramic tiles. Like mother, like daughter.
Royal Ceramics, finish in style.
Thank you for remaining with NTA Network News. The People's Democratic Party, PDP, has implored Nigerians to come out en masse and vote for the candidate of their choice in the rescheduled presidential and National Assembly elections. This was the position of the National Chairman, Uche Secondos, and the presidential candidate, Atiku Abubakar, at the party's 84th National Executive Committee's meeting in Abuja. Timothy Yusuf reports.
Agenda dominated the Emergency National Executive Committee's meeting, postponement of the presidential and National Assembly elections, and report of the party's nationwide campaigns. In all, the party resolved that it is ready for the rescheduled election and will keep to the rules of the game.
We believe in PDP, that we are law-abiding, we know the law, the constitution is there.
The presidential candidate of the PDP, Atiku Abubakar, noted that the party's campaign has been issue-based and enjoined supporters to sustain the tempo as they maximize the lift on campaign ban until 24 hours before the exercise. The chairman of the PDP Board of Trustees, Senator Wali Jibril, and other speakers maintains that the party remain committed to the guidelines of the Electoral Act and the Constitution. In Abuja, Timothy Yusuf, NT News.
Ogun State Governor Ibikunle Amosun says he fully supports President Muhammadu Buhari's stance on zero tolerance to violence and rigging in the forthcoming general elections. Lekon Agbode has the report.
Party affiliations, faithful of various political parties, converged on Abeokuta in solidarity with President Muhammadu Buhari. They did not hide their resolve to support the candidature of President Buhari in the election.
Ogun people have resolved to give Muhammadu Buhari their vote again everywhere we went. You know, the shout of say Buhari, say Baba will rent air anytime, any day.
We do not want any violence in this election. If you know you are popular, you have campaigned, let the people decide. You remember Mr. President have been saying something consistently, that people are even free to elect people that they want across the party lines. So that tells you that even before going into the election, he has demonstrated that he means well, he wants a free and fair election.
Amosun told the meeting to work in one accord towards ensuring victory for President Buhari in the elections. In Abeokuta, Lekon Agbonde, NTA News.
The re-election bid of President Muhammadu Buhari and Vice President Yemi Osinbajo continues to enjoy the endorsement of Nigerians across religious divide. An interfaith forum comprising various sects of Christian and Muslim faithfuls converged at the State House, Abuja, for a town hall meeting to express solidarity with President Muhammadu Buhari and his administration for the quality and purposeful leadership to the nation. The report.
The nation demands a high level of professionalism, transparency, and integrity from INEC in recovering the already dispatched sensitive materials, collation, and announcement of results.
As religious leaders, we will continue, as I said, to persuade our followers to toe the path of peace, because we don't have any other country apart from Nigeria.
Apologies for the loss of sound in that report. Concerned youths of the All Progressives Congress in Akwa Ibom State have staged a peaceful protest in Uyo, alleging that the INEC resident electoral commissioner in the state may have compromised the recruitment of ad hoc staff for the forthcoming general elections. Charity James has details.
The allegations against the state resident electoral commissioner range from compromise with PDP in Akwa Ibom State, recruiting card-carrying members as ad hoc staff, injustice and incompetence in the discharge of his duties.
You have seriously made a contempt of your professionalism as an umpire.
However, the state resident electoral commissioner, Mr. Mike Igini, says all accusations made against him are false, as his doors are open for verifications.
The list of the collation officers for the entire 36 states was sent from the headquarters. Those to train these categories of persons were also sent from Abuja. And so, why would somebody make this kind of untrue and that anybody can verify anytime, any day?
The Akwa Ibom State Commissioner of Police, Bashir Makama, was on hand with his men to forestall any adverse occurrence. In Uyo, Charity James, NTA News.
Still on the general elections, as part of its renewed commitment to conduct free and fair elections, all staff of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, who will participate in the 2019 general elections have been taken an oath of neutrality. Rayano Bala gives us that update.
These are the INEC staff of Adamawa State taking out of neutrality to conduct the elections with fairness and in accordance with the stipulated rules. The electoral officers among them are also expected to administer same oath on all the ad hoc staff under them. The resident electoral commissioner of INEC in Adamawa State, Kasim Ganagaidam, said INEC is committed to provide a level playing field to all contestants and parties, as well as avoid all external interference or influence.
All sensitive materials which were fully deployed to all the 21 local government areas have now been returned to the board of the CBN as directed, 100%. INEC shall endeavor to conduct the 2019 general election in a most efficient and professional manner based on global best practices.
Kasim Gaidam called on the electorate to come out en masse on the rescheduled dates of the elections and vote leaders of their choice. In Yola, Rayanu Bala, NTA News.
In a related development, the Independent National Electoral Commission in Kano has concluded the configuration of smart card readers and secured sensitive materials ahead of the presidential and National Assembly elections. The State Resident Electoral Commissioner, Professor Riskua Arabu Shehu, told newsmen that there is no cause for alarm. Mansur Aliyu Hassan reports.
Saturday's presidential and National Assembly election, the Kano State Office of the nation's electoral body had invited representatives of all the political parties to witness the sorting and batching of the sensitive materials. To this end, the Commission confirms that it has received all the sensitive and non-sensitive materials required for the conduct of the rescheduled polls. While the non-sensitive materials have since reached INEC offices across the 44 local government areas in the state, the sensitive materials have since been kept at the Central Bank of Nigeria's Kano office.
We have also completed reconfiguration of all the smart card readers as well as transportation arrangement.
The Commission also announced that movement of the materials from CBN to all the INEC local government offices will commence on Wednesday, 20th and Thursday, 21st February 2019.
Away from INEC stories over the general elections, the National Directorate of Employment, NDE, has disbursed soft loans to another set of 300 women with a charge on the beneficiaries to utilize the funds for business ventures that will improve their lives. Director General of the NDE, Dr. Nasruladen Argungu, gave the charge during the disbursement of the loans in Jos. Ben Mutu has the report.
Women are mostly widows who were selected from different parts of the state to benefit from the soft loans under the Micro Enterprise Enhancement Scheme of the National Directorate of Employment as part of federal government's effort to reduce poverty, engage and empower women and youths.
It is our earnest expectation that today's empowerment will greatly contribute to wealth creation and drop in unemployment rate.
Anytime you are given the opportunity of accessing such loans, please use it well for your own betterment so that you will be great leaders tomorrow.
We have seen the good program that the youths of Nigeria are benefiting in practical reality.
To the beneficiaries, it is a great relief that has come at the time when it is most needed, especially as the country drifts away from oil. In Jos, Ben Meet.
The National Homegrown School Feeding Program of the federal government has continued to record tremendous success in Plateau State. More than 200 pupils from Bisichi Pilot Science School benefit daily from the program. This is the state focal person, social investment program Dr. Sumamaye Hamza says is an indication of improved standard of education in the public schools in the country. Felicia Dalia Smaila reports.
Feeding program of the Buhari's administration introduced in 2017 with the aim of tackling poverty and improving the health and educational needs of vulnerable groups and children in public schools has not only nourished the less privileged child but has also reduced the number of out-of-school children roaming the streets. Bisichi Pilot Science Primary School in Birkin-Ladi local government area is a beneficiary of this federal government intervention where over 200 pupils are fed daily.
The cooks will testify to you that their financial status has changed because of the intervention. And for the children, their nourishment has changed.
Secretary to the state government, Richard Tokma, said government is mindful of what will bring development to its people and therefore will do the needful to support in sustaining the program.
Indeed, this program is one of the promises that Mr. President made in 2015.
To the parents and pupils, the program is a welcome development.
By making all these feeding available for us here in this local area or village, we show our appreciation to the government.
Every day we are eating food, good food. Allah will guide you. There is no one except you.
The school feeding program is one out of the 4 components of the social investment program. From Bisichi in Barkin-Ladi local government area, Felicia Daliop Samaila, NTA News.
President Muhammad Buhari has extended his best wishes to His Royal Majesty Oba Adedapo Tejiosho Karunwi III on the special occasion of his 81st birthday. President Buhari joins Oba Tejiosho's family, friends and well-wishers in thanking God for preserving the life of the monarch who has been on the throne of his ancestors for 3 decades. The President also salutes the tremendous efforts and contributions of the Oshile Okeona Egba to the advancement of his community and the nation, particularly his passion in helping the downtrodden and the underprivileged in the society. Michael Olaleye in Lagos Network Center will now give us an update on INEC's preparedness and reactions from political parties. Over to you, Michael.
Thank you, Kudu, and a warm welcome to Lagos. Political gladiators and analysts have reacted to the lifting of ban on political campaign by the Independent National Electoral Commission, describing it as a blessing in disguise. Ken Egbeluge reports that some candidates have returned to the streets in continuation of their campaigns.
After a meeting to review its activities for a successful election on Saturday 23rd, the Independent National Electoral Commission allowed political parties and their members to resume campaign until 24 hours to the polls. This announcement by INEC was seen by politicians who believe that the 3 days grace would enable them to reach out to the electorates.
I'm hoping that this situation will create a greater determination, a certain resilience, a certain alacrity, that readiness with which to do and carry out their civic responsibility. And so we're prepared.
Definitely, I'm going to reach out to those I've not gotten in with, and I intend to intensify my campaign aggressively for these 2 days.
I know it will be difficult to remobilize for rallies the way the parties were mobilizing, particularly when you see the kind of rallies organized by APC in different parts of the country with the Janjantran kind of crowd. It will be difficult, but now they might have to do word-to-word, house-to-house campaign.
For this woman who is seeking to be a member of House of Representatives in Mushin 1, the cost of having to campaign before the Saturday polls is too much to bear.
By now extending the election, honestly, I won't say I'm demoralized, but I just have to keep faith. I hope it's for good. But now I don't have any material to use to campaign.
INEC has advised that all political campaigns must end midnight Thursday, 21st February in Lagos. Ken Egbeluge, NTA News.
The Nigerian Railway Corporation has taken delivery of 18 trail wagons to be used in transporting containers and other goods directly from the port. Managing Director of the corporation, Fidet Okiria, said the wagons and a locomotive will be dedicated to the Kaduna Dry Port. Dotun Ogunyemi has the details.
The federal government in May 2018 placed an order for the 18 wagons which were received and inspected by the Managing Director of the Nigerian Railway Corporation. After assessment, the MD said the wagons will boost the operational capacity of the railways as an alternative to transporting containers which were predominantly moved by road.
We're happy to receive this thing and we provide an operation, especially the dry port in Kaduna. So we intend to dedicate this and a local for that movement.
The wagons are expected to be deployed immediately after due certification, as the corporation is looking into the replacement of damaged tracks along several rail routes.
They test run them right in China, and on arriving here, we'll feed them and put them on the wagons and do a trial run maybe for about 30 kilometers and back. Then it's ready to go. And we are managing to fix them. But thank God the new dawn is almost here. And in May, the standard gauge will enter the ports. So you will not feel those things you are feeling. But I have told the engineers in charge to ensure that those joints are lifted.
The corporation says it is also expecting 60 coaches, 200 wagons and about 30 locomotives to be deployed on the standard gauge rail line. In Lagos, Dotun Ogunyemi, NTA News.
You're still watching NTA Network News. More reports ahead after this timeout. Please stay with us.
Data. We can't live without it. Share it. Impress with it. Borrow it. Sell with it.
Up here, calm down, breathe.
Celebrate with it. Breathe easy, knowing that with Glow, data is oxygen.
All TVs say picture quality, but never mention the most important color, black. It uncovers the hidden details of nature, brings out the richness in all colors, and reveals life. With self-lighting pixels, only OLED TVs make perfect black, and perfect black creates perfect color. LG OLED TV.
I am fully persuaded that Nigeria needs a man who is credible. I am Chris Okotie. Dependable and trustworthy.
I am Chris Okotie.
I am Chris Okotie.
My mandate, therefore, will be to set a government which I've christened Government of National Reconciliation and Reconstruction as the mechanical instrumentality for the crystallization of the new Nigeria of our dreams. It's time to love Nigeria. It's time to fix Nigeria. I'm Reverend Chris Okotie.
It's time to fix Nigeria. If you love Nigeria, say, uh-huh, uh-huh.
Crunchy feeling, munch it, gotta munch it every day. Munch it, just give me that super snack. Munch it, oh irresistible. Munch it, makes me wanna say one munch, two munch, non-stop munch. Munch it is here, irresistible. One munch, two munch, non-stop munch.
Try a pack of Munch It snack at 59.
Nigeria na we country, APC na the party, na woman be our choice. Nigeria na we country, APC na the party, na woman be our choice. Who be the president we know? Now he be the president we want. Who be the president we know? Now he be the president we want. To finish him.
People of Nigeria, now we for a couple of support group, they join President Muhammadu Buhari, beg all of una for the election, we end carry go another date. Now as the thing vex everybody, now so it vex President Buhari, people of Nigeria, make we all patient, make we not give up, make we ready to come out this Saturday election day to vote Muhammadu Buhari as president and Professor Yemi Osinbajo as vice president. Them know the tell blind man say salt they super. As we vote them again, work go jabrata, more money go share for our market women and men where they do business and many other better things. Oga President Buhari, Nigeria people they your back, carry go. This message now from Eco Plus support group. Bam.
We, the Nigerian youth, have resolved to stand with you, Baba, in the next level. We recognize your commitment to create jobs and empower the youth. Your strategic policies in the agri-sector has not only increased gainful employment and boosted production, but also saved the nation billions of dollars in foreign exchange. We are benefiting from your deployment of infrastructure across the country, with Abuja, Kaduna, and Lagos-Abeokuta rail lines completed. Itakpe-Ajaokuta-Warri rail line will soon be completed, while Lagos-Kano rail line is under construction. Additional 1,531 kilometers of roads have been completed and over 1,000 kilometers rehabilitated across the country. The second Niger bridge is on the way through Presidential Infrastructure Development Fund. Hydropower plants in Mambila, Zungeru, and many other power projects are under construction to add value to the improved power generation, transmission, and distribution in the country. Brokering and sustaining peace in the Niger Delta has helped stabilize the economy, thereby increasing investment in the oil and gas sector. We are coming with you to the next level to see the Empower scheme increase to 1.5 million beneficiaries and full implementation of the 10 billion Naira Youth Entrepreneurship Project. Nigerian youth, let's connect to the next level. This message is powered by Dr. Tony Uoye, Director Youth Mobilization, APC Presidential Campaign Council.
From our wonderful family, meet our active triplets. Mixology, for example, mixes well with drinks. Then enjoy every quick meal with Slurp It Off. And everywhere you go, there is Go-Gurt. Packed with healthy nutrition, nourishing vitamins, power of protein, strength of calcium, revitalizing energy. Hollandia yogurt is bursting with goodness inside and out. Hollandia yogurt, it's all good.
Welcome back. The journey towards a modern federal road safety management is irreversible. This is the message of Co-Marshal Boboye Oyemi to a workshop for information technology desk officers of the Federal Road Safety Corps in Abuja. Victor Azu reports.
These are information technology desk officers of the Federal Road Safety Corps, FRSC. They have converged on Abuja from the 36 states of the Federation, including the FCT, for a one-day workshop in commemoration of the Corps' 31st anniversary.
We have migrated to another level of our power.
Corps Marshal Boboye Oyemi tasked the officers on integrity, discipline, dedication to duty, and above all, the technology demands of the 21st century.
The IT world, every second, is ever growing and developing. So it behoves on us also to remain dynamics in our approach to things. You must continue building your firewalls well. You must continue improving on your security. Those are the challenges we are looking at.
The Corps Marshal also informed participants that more outposts and unit commands are being established across the country to strengthen the Corps' capacity to cover the country. In Abuja, Victor Azu, NTA News.
We now join Sadia in Sokoto for more on NTA Network News. Hello, Sadia.
Welcome to Sokoto. Sultan Muhammad Saad Abubakar has challenged security agencies in the country to be proactive in addressing the nation's insecurity. The Sultan was speaking when he received the newly posted Assistant Inspector General of Police Zone 10, Muhammad Alhaji Al-Mustafa, who paid him a courtesy visit at his palace. Sheikh Muhammad Datti completes the story.
Many lives have been lost in Zamfara State due to the activities of armed bandits, kidnappers, and cattle rustlers. Gradually, the security threat is spreading across the neighboring states of Zamfara, thereby causing unrest and hardship to innocent people. Sultan Muhammad Saad Abubakar challenged the security operatives to ensure that anybody found causing unrest should face the law.
We must continue to respect each other, we must continue to uphold the virtues and tenets of our religions, and once we do that, there will be a lot of understanding.
AIG Zone 10 Sokoto Muhammad Alhaji Mustafa pledged to work with the commissioners of police within the zone to abate security challenges visible in the areas.
I want to assure you that the zone will work to supervise the commissioners of police in Sokoto, KB, and Zamfara to achieve the maximum security that we require.
The new AIG, who worked 2 times in Kebbi State, also worked in many commands before his recent appointment as the Assistant Inspector General of Police, Zone 10. In Sokoto, Show Muhammad Detti, NTA News.
All Progressive Congress-led federal government performance in the provision of road infrastructure has continued to be acknowledged across the country. The latest acknowledgement is coming as management of Usman Danfodio University, Sokoto, received on inspection visits a delegation from Federal Ministry of Works, Housing and Power. Mohammed Nasir completes the story.
One of the devastating effects of flooding that hit Sokoto State in 2010 was how the flood washed away access road with a bridge connecting Usman Danfodio University Sokoto. Students and other motorists plying the road suffered a lot. Contract for the rehabilitation of the road was awarded by the federal government in 2012, but the work couldn't be completed as scheduled. But in 2017, the rehabilitation of the road was revisited by the President Buhari-led administration, and now it is fully completed. A delegation from Federal Ministry of Works, Housing and Power, led by Director Highways, Northwest Zone Engineer Isan, visited Usman Danfodio University to inspect the completed rehabilitation of University Road. He appreciated the quality of the work executed by the contracting firm. Deputy Vice Chancellor Academics Usman Danfodio University Sokoto, Professor Atiku Garba Yahaya, commended federal government for making the road more travel.
The rehabilitation of this road to us, staff and students of this university and the villagers and person using this road is a commendable thing and is something that we are very happy and most appreciative.
Motorists who spoke to NTA News commended federal government for the reconstruction of the road. In Sokoto, Muhammad Nasir, NTA News.
This is NTA's Net News. More news after this commercial break. Stay with us.
People of Nigeria, we members of ECO Plus support group join our indefatigable President Muhammadu Buhari to sincerely apologize to all Nigerians for the postponement of the general elections by the Independent National Electoral Commission. President Muhammadu Buhari has condemned this action just like every Nigerian. However, as a people and supporters of President Muhammadu Buhari's developmental agenda, we call on Lagosians and all Nigerians to stand together and be determined in our resolve to ensure victory for Mr. President by coming out on Saturday to vote Muhammadu Buhari again as President and Professor Yemi Osinbajo as Vice President. Despite the inconveniences of the days, Nigeria is surely moving forward with Muhammadu Buhari and Professor Yemi Osinbajo's presidency. Let's vote right. Vote for progress. Vote Muhammadu Buhari for President. APC moving on to the next level. This message is from ECO Plus support group.
Nigerian women, una dead, market women, una dead, time we don't reach you, where we go pay back. Person we make life better, make we vote down. Who give us electricity? President Buhari. Airport, railway, peace and security. President Buhari. They feed our children. President Buhari. For school, better road cost. 4+4. President Buhari. Job creation. President Buhari. Empower. President Buhari. Trade and money. President Buhari. Nigerian women, time we don't reach you, where we go pay back.
This message is brought to you by Ajia Salamatu Bewa, National Woman Leader, APC.
As the 2019 general elections draw near, a few unpatriotic people are collaborating to cause mayhem and violence before, during and after the elections. Nigerians, please note that government is committed to free and fair elections. Do not allow those who do not wish our country well drag us back into the dark days of needless violence and killings. We must have a peaceful country first before we can call ourselves Democrats. Fellow Nigerians and patriots, report any suspicious person trying to cause violence in your community to the nearest security agency. Those who are beating the drums of war for their selfish benefit, beware. The security agencies are watching. Nigerians, let us all resist evildoers who would want to encourage us to kill and maim fellow Nigerians.
This message is from the National Orientation Agency.
Stay tuned for the ballot, which comes up shortly after this news broadcast. That concludes NTA Network News tonight. Thank you for watching. I'm Muhammad Kuda Abubakar. Good night.